Hi everybody, welcome to the 2021 Spring Flower Sale Youth Training. In this training, we're going to be going through a breakdown of our Spring Flower Sale that we're starting next month, March 1st. We're going to be going through some do's and don'ts and a little overview of the products and just kind of walking you through what we're going to be doing. I know this is a new sale, a new fundraiser for everyone. So I know there's going to be some questions. So hopefully this will answer them for you. To start, we are going to be selling bedding plants and flowers through Gertens, which is a nursery out of the cities. The bedding plants are individual plants that can be planted, transplanted to your garden. And then the flowers, potted flowers such as hanging baskets and potted herb gardens and things like that. So we'll be going through the individual products a little bit later, but that's the basics of the sale. We're going to be taking pre-orders using brochures and order forms, much like we did with popcorn. We're not going to have any products on hand. All the orders are pre-orders. So you're going to be utilizing those catalogs and brochures to be able to show your customers what they're buying. You're going to be selling between March 1st and April 2nd. So after April 2nd, you're going to want to get your order to your unit before April 9th so that they can then consolidate all of the orders together and get it to council on the 9th or before the 9th preferably. Then council will place the final order with Gertens and all the product will come in on May 20th, which is a Thursday, and they are going to be distributed out to the different units. And then the scouts and units will be delivering those products to their individual customers, preferably starting the 20th after you pick it up and through the end of that weekend. You want to do it as quickly as possible. We are arranging for multiple delivery locations depending on which units are selling and how much they sell. So we will be trying very hard to get a drop-off delivery location close to your unit so that you don't necessarily have to drive to Mankato if you live outside of the area. So when we start selling, it's important, no matter what we're selling, whether it's flowers or popcorn or jerky or trash bags or whatever it happens to be, you want to make sure that you know why you're selling it. Because honestly, we're not selling flowers, we're selling scouting, right? Same as when we sell popcorn. We're not really selling popcorn, we're selling scouting. So one of those things, one of those ways that you can know your why is to understand, why do you love scouting? Some of those reasons might be that you like being outside, or you like learning new things, or you like going to camp, or you like doing the penguin race or Klondike, or doing high adventure or things like that. Why do you love scouting? Know that, because that's something that you can use to talk to your customers about why you're raising money. And why are you, speaking of that, why are you raising money? Specifically, what do you want this money to go to help you and with your pack and your troop and the things that you want to do? Things like high adventure trips, or going to Camp Cuyuna, or maybe another summer camp, or to help your pack and troop do some fun activities outside. And maybe it helps buy uniforms and books for your unit. Anything that you might use that money for, you or your unit might use that money for, you can talk to your customers about it, because they might want flowers, and maybe they're going to go to Home Depot or Menards to buy those flowers, or Drummers, but they decide, you know what, this kid's getting out and raising money to go to summer camp, and so I'm going to buy these flowers from him. So make sure that you have those reasons and you know why you're doing this, because that can really help your sale. Some selling tips, just like popcorn, we want to be neat and we want to always wear your uniform, preferably a Class A uniform if you have one. Make sure you're clean and neat and you're wearing it correctly. And of course, if it's cold outside, which it's going to be March, so it probably will be, please wear your coat as well, but make sure that you're wearing your uniform. We want them to know that we're scouts. You want to be prepared, know your products and what you're going to say. So practice beforehand if you want with a parent or a sibling, or maybe someone else from your unit. You guys can practice your sales pitch together. Maintain eye contact when you talk to people. Be confident, okay? Speak loudly and clearly. Always be polite and courteous. Thank everyone, even the people who don't buy anything. Just thank them for their time. If they say no thanks, I'm not interested, then say okay, thank you so much for your time. Have a good day. Keep moving. The more people you approach and talk to, the more you sell. That's just math, right? The more you talk to, the more sales you're gonna get. So don't just stick to the, couple people on your street. If you can, get out there and talk to as many people as you can. And of course, always smile. Some safety tips, just like popcorn. Make sure that you are using the buddy system. Always have a buddy or an adult with you when you're selling. Do not go by yourself. Politely decline to enter a stranger's house unless an adult is with you. So even though it's cold and maybe the wind is really cold and blowing and they say, hey, just go ahead and come inside while I go get my purse or look at the brochure, just say, no, thank you. I need to stay outside unless your mom or your dad or whoever, whatever other adult is with you can go in there with you. We want to make sure that we're safe and we don't go into strangers' houses. Keep your checks and your cash in a specific envelope with your name on it. You want to always know where your payments are, right? You want to keep good track of that stuff. You don't want to lose it. The last thing we want to do is lose someone's payment and then, your mom and dad or your unit have to make that up. So you don't want to do that. Make sure you keep good track of your money. When you're walking down the road, walk on the sidewalk whenever possible and always look both ways when crossing the street. Of course, we all know this, right? We know how to be safe when we're walking down the street. So let's use common sense. And also curfew, never sell after dark. Just make sure you're doing it during the day when it's nice and bright and sunny outside. So this is where we're going to talk a little bit about the products. It's different than popcorn. Their flowers they have two kinds of flowers, really, those that like the sun and those that like the shade. And so as we're going through some of the different products that we're going to have in the brochure, some of them are going to specify sun or shade. And so we'll talk about that a little bit as we go along. The first type of product that we're selling are these hanging baskets. They're all $37. So it's easy to remember. They're all the same price, and we have 5 different ones to choose from. We have 2 different geraniums. Okay, there's this mix of pinks and reds, and then there's one that's this just dark Calliope dark red, which is very, very pretty. They're both geraniums though. And then we have 2 different kinds of petunias. This really pretty purpley blue petunia, and then these different colored ones over here, this cascading mix petunia. And then we have this compact rose one over here. As you can see, each one has its own little product code. You see this GH0578 and GH0559. Those are those product specific product codes. So on your order form, which we'll look at in a minute, you will see those numbers on there. So that way you know what you're making sure that you mark off the correct item that they want. So this is the herb basket. This is a 12-inch little herb garden. It's already in a pot, so the customers don't have to plant anything or do anything. It comes all ready to go. It's got several different kinds of herbs in it, which everyone likes when they're cooking, right? There's basil, there's cilantro, there's thyme, there's rosemary, lots of different kinds that everyone can use in their cooking. And as you can see here, it says sun. So that means that this herb garden needs sun. So it's something that you're going to want to place in a sunny area, maybe on your patio or a kitchen window or somewhere that gets a lot of sun. So make sure we let our customers who order the herb garden know that it needs to be in the sun. Next, we're going to have these basket packs. Okay, these are basket flat packs. They're $38. And something to understand about these is these are sold in full flats only. What that means is it's a big flat and it's filled with 18 different plants. Okay, and so that it's a really good deal because you're getting 18 plants for $38. And that means that there's lots of different plants that they can then use to plant around in their garden or their landscaping or whatever they want to do with it. But it's a really good price. So we have 2 different kinds of petunias. We have the wave petunias and the purple wave. Okay, and they're different colors. And as you can see, they both say sun right here. And this one is the Coleus Kong Rose. And as you can see, this one says shade and part shade. So the petunias need to be in the sun and the Kong Rose needs to be in the shade. Okay, so those are our basket flat packs. Next, we have bedding plants for sun. So these three kinds are all going to be sun plants, okay? And it's $30, and it's the same as the basket packs. They're 30, but these are 36 plants per flat, and they're sold in full flats only. So these are going to be a little bit smaller flowers, but you get more of them. So this one's an even better deal. 36 plants for $30. That's less than $1 a plant. Okay, so it's a really good deal. So we have the Alyssum White, the Marigold mix, and the Petunia mix, and they all are for the sun. Now, in addition to the bedding plants for sun, we have the bedding plants for shade, which are also $30, also 36 plants per flat, and also sold in full flats only. So with all of these different flats, we can't break them up. So if someone's going to buy it, they're buying the whole flat. Okay, we're not selling half or a quarter. They're getting the full flat. So for shade, we have these begonias where you can see it says part sun and shade. Okay, and the impatiens, which is full shade. So these are going to go in your shady areas in your yard, maybe under a tree or next to under an overhang that doesn't get a lot of sun. They need cool shady areas for here. Okay, so now we're going to move on to the final product, which is our perennials. And these are going to be single plants, and they're $10. So they're a bit bigger plants because there's just one for $10. However, a perennial is a plant that comes back every year. So unlike the other products that we're selling, which are annuals, perennials are going to come back year after year after year. So it's a good deal, a plant for $10, and it's going to grow forever, hopefully. So we have these daylilies, echinaceas, the sunsparkler firecracker, the hosta twilight, and these Persian blue catmint. So there's 5 different kinds. Some of them are sun. Actually, these 1, 2, 3, 4 of them are for sun, and then the hosta is shade. Okay, so there's lots of different choices for people. And again, a perennial is a great deal because it keeps coming back year after year if you take care of it. So let's go over the dates one more time. Your selling period is going to be March 1st through April 2nd. And then product delivery will come in May 20th. And then you're going to deliver your products to your customers that weekend, May 20th through May 23rd. That's Thursday through Sunday. Obviously, the sooner the better, because you don't want to be taking care of all of those plants, you know, in mom and dad's garage. So plan and put on your calendar that, you know, you're going to be delivering plants those days. Payments. So cash or check made out to the unit. Okay, so if it's, you know, pack 91 or troop 25, whatever it is, however your unit wants payments to be made out, that's how the checks need to be made out. Or of course, they can pay cash. If your unit wants to accept credit cards, that's up to your individual unit. The council is not able to facilitate that at this time. Maybe next year we'll be able to do that, but for this year, if you want to take credit cards, you're going to have to do that on your own with your unit. So preferably cash or check. So that is the end of the training. If you have any questions, you're more than happy to contact me at council. My name is Jennifer Echevarria, and my phone number is 507-387-0294. So if you have any questions, just give me a quick call up there and I will be happy to help you out. Happy selling.